Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee and Cookies. My name is Lindsay, and today's show it's Tuesday. Tuesday's show is sponsored by... I think sometimes I just do it to make people laugh, and I'm so glad at least Nick's laughing. I hope you're laughing. Today's show is sponsored by Rookie.io, reputation management to help your business stay in front of your prospects in a positive light. Everything you need to manage your reputation. Rookie.io. So today's a fabulous Tuesday. It's a little dreary out this morning. Well, cloudy, dreary. Is that the right word? He gave me a weird look. I think it's dreary. Is it not dreary for you, Nick?
Oh, that's me. Okay. Good morning, everyone.
He's mute today.
I thought I was like, maybe I'll just wait for a little bit. Hey, we have words showing up. If you go look at the Facebook feed, people can watch our show now and not have to listen to us. Someone is going to light me up in the comments for that. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Coffee and Cookie Morning Show. If you notice today we're wearing t-shirts. We are relaxed. It's because it's a little dreary. Like I walked outside a little bit and I'm like, just not feeling like dressing up today. Yeah. Just not going to do it. But little win, we are now officially on Anchor FM.
Yeah.
Woody woot. So this show will be broadcasted there. We actually went and listened to yesterday's episode on Anchor FM. And what I very quickly noticed is those people can't see us on camera. So they might be really questioning what is going on the show.
What is happening?
You as the audience know because you guys interact with us and you watch us and you guys are awesome. But we will eventually get them over here to Facebook or YouTube to join us over here. But good morning, guys. It's not so much a plan. It's way more entertaining when they watch us because we like to laugh a lot and talk about things. And it's great because since I can see the words on the screen, I know how much lag there is now.
Oh.
Right.
That's helpful.
That is helpful. That is very helpful. So let's go ahead and let's see if I put this on, you guys get to be my experiment today. So if I put this on down there, does it show up and will it change where the words are at? We're about to find out because it's like a good 15-20 second lag. Interesting. Yeah. What's up, New Day? So you guys probably don't want to hear just talking about lag and whatnot. But first off, shout out to my wife. She gave me this amazing haircut. I don't know if you can see it through the headsets, but she did cut my hair last night. And I am very happy about it. I can feel the wind on my head again. Scalp? Sure. I feel so much lighter. I feel faster.
Like
high
Sonic?
speed, low drag. Yes, like Sonic. Let's roll with that. Sonic speed.
You could probably spike the top of your hair to look like Sonic.
I actually could.
You probably could.
My wife would kill me.
No.
She would find it very entertaining.
I think Tristan would love it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. He would be a hedgehog. He is a hedgehog. He's a bald hedgehog right now. He is. Yes. Did you just like bzz, bzz.
So he's like, I want it to look like, he had a mohawk or a faux hawk.
It was a fro hawk. It wasn't full mohawk. Yeah, it was a fro hawk.
It was some.
Why do we not have pictures of him? We need to show pictures of him.
He had a strip of hair down the center, just on the top. And the rest of it was shaved. And he's like, Mom, I want to keep doing this with my hair. And I'm like, well, it's starting to be summer in Texas and you're very fair skinned. So unless you're going to be like sunscreening your head all the time, this is not kosher for us. So I'm like, you need to grow your hair back out for the summer.
He needs some hairy protection.
Yeah, he does. I mean, seriously, like,
does your family just burn that fast?
Yes. You can't see me if you're listening to this podcast, but I'm very light-skinned, very fair-skinned. My kids are very fair-skinned. Yes, I have friends in Michigan they're also very fair-skinned, and she's like, I train my kids to look for shady spots outside. I'm like, ooh, that's good. I need to do that with my kids. But.
Right.
Yes, my kids are very, very fair-skinned. So
okay.
they burn.
All right. Like so we're going to be doing lots of sunscreen.
When I burn, and my skin peels. I don't peel like a lot of people peel tan.
Yes.
I peel white. Like I have a fresh, clean, white layer of skin underneath my burn. Like I don't tan at all.
How do we get onto this topic about peeling skin?
It's the coffee and cookie show.
It is the coffee and cookie. Nothing is off limits. Nothing is off limits. I'm waiting to see the comments laid up to see like what someone's gonna drop in like, hey, why don't you talk about this today?
Yeah. No, we have our own topics.
We have topics.
Like,
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? Mm-hmm. So this first one's gonna be a little heavy.
Okay.
And people are not gonna like it. Just
Great.
kidding. Just kidding.
Great.
They may like it, but they may not like it when I first say it. So everyone's been complaining about the gas prices, including myself. I've been very shocked at paying $4.50 per gallon.
And it's really not the highest place that it is in the country. Like there's other places that are paying double that probably.
So I started thinking, when something changes, there's always a winner and there's always a loser. And as much as I hate saying it, it's right now the American public that is losing, right? But have you checked Exxon's stock lately?
No.
Have you checked any of the gas companies' stock lately?
Is it up?
It is not up.
It's
it is
down?
2x. It is
Oh, it's
3x.
2 or 3x.
It is 4x.
Wow. Looks like they're winning.
Whenever something changes, be aware that there's a winner and a loser. And honestly, even right now, till whenever someone says we're gonna reopen the oil reserves inside the United States and pull down the price of oil, those companies are going to bank. If you have stock right now in those oil companies, you have doubled to quadrupled your investment. And you're getting paid higher dividends right now.
Wow.
So I say this.
That's exciting for the people that have stock in those companies.
Exactly, right? Like
those American people are winning.
Well, here we go, right? If you've been paying attention and you were like, Biden's about to sign this thing that's going to shut down the Keystone Pipeline, cut our energy output by 30%. That, of course, supply versus demand, right? I'm going to go buy some oil stocks right now because I know they're going to go up because the price per barrel is going to go up. You would be sitting quite nice right now. You'd be very, very happy with your investment.
Hey, Nick, where was this advice 4 months ago when...
Oh, no, I just so you know, FYI, full disclosure. Oh, great. So now, okay, so Sean just said, teach you about the new stimulus if prices stay above $4. Okay, so then here we go, right? Again, winners and losers. That money is just going to funnel right back to the oil companies. We're going to pay the public for them to buy fuel, and that money's going to float right back to the oil companies. So you want to know what, Sean? If what you just said is true, I'm going to go ahead and just buy oil stock right now because it's just going to go up. If the government's going to start supplementing our fuel, then the price is just going to go up. It's just going to be that simple.
I wonder if it's going to be based on how many vehicles you have or if it's going to be based on how big your household is. I'm sure there's all kinds of rules. And Sean, if you have a link to what you just put down there, I would love to know this. I would love to do some research on it. Now, the reason why I bring this up, so one, I didn't see it. I didn't see it when it first happened. I didn't see it till recently, which is why we're talking about it now. But two, my grandfather actually used to teach this to me and my brother Robert when we would go down to Florida to stay at his house. And then he also repeated it when we would go stay at the mansion in Jersey. And he would always say, times are going to change, things are going to go up, things are going to go down. Your job, your responsibility is to figure out how to make money. Your responsibility is to figure out how to be successful. Your responsibility, and now I'm putting Nick's words on it, is to figure out how to win. And if I had been just a bit more in tune, instead of going, you want to know what? Here we go. You ready? Instead of me being distracted
if I stayed focused on the business aspects of it, understanding that there's always a winner, there's always a loser, there's always two sides to every coin, there's always a way to win in every situation, there's always a way to win. If I'd kept my focus, we'd be having a different conversation. I would literally be telling you, hey,
I'm a winner.
I won on this. You need to get on board. This is not financial advice. Just FYI, I'm not giving you financial. And please go look at it yourself. Take out your phone. If you have an iPhone, type in the word stock, pull up the app, go look at the oil companies and look at their stock over the last year. Like this is not Nick saying it's going to happen. This is Nick saying it's already happened. And I missed out because I was being distracted by the news media instead of focusing on the business.
Yep.
So I'm calling myself out. So be aware. Like, even if you don't listen to the news, just to listen to the news, be aware of what's going on in business. This is my learning one. I've now learned my lesson, right? And I'm understanding, I'm not talking about like jumping on every, bandwagon per se, but be acutely aware of what legislation is going through and how it's going to adjust things. Here we go. You ready for this? We're ramping up for war. Go look at Lockheed Martin. Go look at other defense contractor stock right now. They're up. And honestly, if this continues to go down this direction, it's going to continue to go up. Okay. The technology that, and it's so funny. Oh my goodness. I just had a massive realization here.
Care to share?
No, I don't, because I need to research that before I say it, because if I'm really wrong, then that's going to just be giving people just negative.
That's a great
thoughts.
idea, Taylor. Take the stimulus that we may or may not get and invest it into the gas company.
Oh, there
stock.
you go.
Or
Absolutely.
into a stock that you think.
So here we go. Right? Like, do you have a TD Ameritrade account? Do you have a Fidelity account? Do you have some kind of account? Now, if we go through Pastor Keith's rule of 70, 10, 10, 10, right? So you have your tithe, you have your kingdom building, you have your retirement that you don't touch. Okay. With that 70%, do you have any play money? Do you have any money? And maybe it's 15, maybe it's 50, maybe it's just $150 a month that you can go in and you can start learning a little bit about trading. I'm not talking about day trading. I'm not saying that. Okay. But do a little bit of trading, buy a little bit of stock here and there. Okay. And just be aware of what's going on in the market, because and understand that money that you're putting in there, you have to be willing to lose it. Like if I lose $100, Amber's not going to come at me.
And that's funny. Like I never thought of it.
Robinhood's a good starting place too. Very good, Taylor. Go ahead, Lindsay.
I never thought of investing in this way, but it's money that you can lose. Like,
correct.
Expect to lose it.
Yes, it's like going to Vegas. If you lose it, so be it, right? If you lose it, you had a good time. If you lose money in the stock market, you learned. You learned something. You paid the price of admission. It's so funny. People hop into, I'm going to go trade. All right, here we go. This is a life lesson. I'm going to go trade. I'm going to learn this super quick and make a lot of money in it. I'm sorry. When you got into your profession, thank you, Sean, for sharing that. Appreciate that. When you got into your profession, how long did it take you to get good at it? When you decided to have kids, how long did it take you to become a good parent?
Oh, my kids are 18 and I'm
still learning, right? Right? So it's interesting. Only when people talk about trading stock do they want an overnight success. If you're going to open a business, there is a learning curve. When you go back into the gym and start lifting weights, there's a learning curve. When you start trying to play a new video game, there's a learning curve, right? So if you're going to experience this learning curve, if you understand that, then you have to know that the money that you're putting into that investment is play money. It's your learning curve money.
Hey, just a quick thing. If you guys are watching and commenting, thank you for being in the comments. Go ahead and like that video so that we know that you're watching if you're not in the comments, so that we can say a prayer for you.
There you go. Thank you, Lindsay. That's great.
Thank you.
So it's just make sure, and here we go, right, guys and gals, listen up. Don't go open up a TD Ameritrade account, Fidelity account, or any of those accounts, okay, without talking to your spouse first. Like, have this conversation of, hey, honey, I'm going to invest $100 and I'm going to do some research and I'm going to learn about stock trading, right? Or I'm going to learn about crypto. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Make sure you have the conversation with your spouse first.
Right.
Okay.
Make sure you're on the same page.
But you need to be doing it. You need to learn. So good, Taylor. Man, Taylor's rocking the comments. I'm loving Sean and Taylor just getting all the comments in today. Getting it all done. So I'm going to wrap it up with this. Understand, whenever there is change in the economy, there's winners and losers. It is your responsibility to make sure that you are on the winning side. Okay? And the only way to do that, I'm not saying you always have to be like fully invested, but keep your hand on the pulse. Keep your hand on the pulse. What's changing? What's going on? Don't get wrapped up in the negative. Stay in the positive. Stay with me here. Stay in the positive, okay?
And I think
but
it's
be aware.
So easy to get wrapped up in the other things. It's like you have to do your daily mantras. Like, okay, I'm going to focus today. Today is going to be, I'm going to focus on this and not on this. And even walk yourself through that, because it's a daily reset.
Ooh,
that you
that's
have to
good.
do. I think, like, for me, it is anyway. Like, just speaking for me, like, I have to daily reset my focus and what I'm focusing on. Otherwise, I find myself down that slippery slope of wrapped up in my own world and my own mess and my own drama and all these other things that I don't need to be focused on.
So I actually just wrote something into our topics that we're going to get to later based off of that. So that was really good, Lindsay. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
Research. What's that, Ryan? Right. You know, there we go. There we go. Let's talk about that. Like Ryan and the learning curve. Ryan and Nolan have built cars. Nolan's first car he built, I would not have sat in it. I would not have driven it. I wouldn't have ridden in it.
Would it have fallen apart?
Nope. There was a motor on it that was known to explode. I would not have sat in that car. You could not have paid me to sit in that car. Actually, I never did sit in that car. Never did. Now look at the cars he builds now. But he had to go through the learning curve, right? He had to learn what he did not know. He was unconsciously incompetent. Then he realized that he was consciously incompetent, and now he's super competent. He's really good at building cars now. Really good at it.
Funny.
Right? I mean, and I'm sure Ryan sees this because Ryan runs the pits for some of these race cars now.
Oh,
Ryan's
wow.
like in the race car world, and I'm sure he gets new people that have never changed a tire, changed a tire on time on a race car before, and he has to let them make those mistakes, right? He has to let them learn how to do things correctly so they can become more efficient with it. So it just takes time, and it always just seems like people who hop into the stock market want this golden arrow, golden bullet, golden stock, and it's not there. It's just not there. Now, I'm going to tell you something that you need to look into. The stock ticker is CRF. Okay? It's called Cornerstone Financial Return.
CRF or CFR?
I'm actually going to look it up.
Because the name would
I know.
CFR.
Right?
Let's see how much we can confuse you this morning.
No, it's CRF, Cornerstone Total Return Fund.
There you go.
CRF. Sorry if I said it wrong. Okay. CRF. Okay. And just so you know, it's right here. Hopefully the camera got that. All right. There we go. Over here, maybe a little bit. There we go. Right there. CRF. Okay. So this stock here pays a monthly dividend. Okay. It pays between 12 and 15 cents monthly dividend. So if you're going to sit there and you just have money sitting there and you really don't know what to do with it, hey, take a look at this. Maybe it's a good option for you. Okay. Do I have stocks available in the company? Not yet. We have not gotten an IPO yet.
That just made my heart grow just a little bit.
Right?
That they're interested in our stocks. That's awesome.
Revenue sharing. Revenue sharing.
Anyway.
Lindsay, we can add that to the level 10, please. There we go. So that's it. We're done with that. I've showed you one. Please understand, if you buy that, you're buying that on your own. This is not financial advice. You understand your own risk on that, but you need to do your research and just know that's when I buy. Just FYI, that is one that I do buy. Okay, because it pays out every month. What other stock pays out every month? There's some out there, but that's Nick's personal favorite. Okay, so let's hop over into something I say. It's do as I say, not as I do.
Why do you say that, Nick?
So London has figured out that sometimes Amber and I don't always eat our food in the kitchen the way the girls are required to.
Okay.
And I got totally called out the other day.
Did you?
I was sitting on the couch. I had my food, and Linda walks up and goes, "Daddy, you are not in the kitchen, and you do not have a plate." And as I wanted to laugh so hard. I wanted to laugh so hard, but she was so serious. She was so very serious.
That is right.
And it got me thinking, like, how many times do we do that, right? Like, hey, here's a rule, but then in our own household, we don't listen to our own rules.
You know, I think there's a learning curve with that, like you talked about. There's a learning curve. And when my kids can eat their meal without dropping half of it in their lap or on the floor, then they can also eat in the living room like
Absolutely
mom and
not.
dad.
Yeah. Well, hold on. What kind of floors do you have?
We have wood.
You have wood floors. I have carpet. Nope. Never going to be a rule in our
How
house.
is that any different than your dogs deciding to get sick?
Because I cannot beat my dogs.
You can't beat your kids.
Oh, I can't do that? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that.
No.
No, you're
gee.
right. You're right. And so what? No, I don't beat my kids. Actually, full disclosure, I've really enjoyed this push-up thing.
Oh my gosh.
I have really enjoyed this.
Yes.
Like, attitude, drop. It's so great. I'm not spanking I've had to talk to my kids, and my kids do push-ups. I haven't spanked my kids in weeks. Like, it's never gotten to that point. Push-ups have been fixing all kinds of things.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
Yes, of
Were you
course
hoping I would share this?
No. But yes, Amber, when they're able to clean up their own messes, right? We'll start working on cleaning up with toys.
Yeah.
Yes, Lindsay, if you want to share your story, I am all for it. I got a laugh out of this. The audience is going to get a laugh out of this.
So
By the way, good morning, sweet wife.
we implemented push-ups with my little Lexi. She's 3, turning 4. 14. I mean, I can't tell.
Somewhere in there. So somehow she became a teenager overnight. Goodness.
Yes. So we've been having a little bit of a challenge with her, and her attitude sometimes is just like, it's very teenager-ish. So I'm like, all right, I'm done. Like, we are going to do push-ups because you need to reset your emotions, and this is not okay. So I said, Dad, you and I are going to do push-ups with Lexi. And Tristan's like, I want to do them too. Like, okay,
good on you, Tristan.
We're going to do them all
Family
as a family.
push-up time. Here we go.
Yes. So Tristan did them awesome. He rocked them. He actually has got some pretty good push-ups. Lexi and we did them on our knees because, yep. So we did 5 because she's 3, right?
You did 5.
We did 5.
Good job getting 5 in.
We did 5. Yep. And she struggled a little bit.
Yes.
It was the first time doing push-ups because your attitude's in a bad mood. And, so the next day, that was like Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm crawling into bed and I'm like, babe, my arms feel funny. Like, like when you work out, like it's not as bad as like, oh my gosh, I just did so many crunches that I can't sit or I can't laugh or because it hurts.
Yes.
It wasn't like that. It was like what have I been doing that was so like not
That made my
normal
arms
that
hurt.
made my arms just like I can feel them. I can feel the muscles in my arms. And as soon as I said it and I thought for a second, I'm like, oh, we did 5 push-ups.
I nearly just spit coffee all over my technology. I should have known better.
You knew I was coming.
I did.
Yeah,
5.
push-ups.
Hey, you got to start somewhere. I'm proud of you for
Yeah.
getting 5 in.
Yeah. So, yeah, we did 5 push-ups and my arms were sore. So I'm thinking we might need to put push-ups into our daily routine.
So okay, so here we go, right? Like, because you have to, when you discipline kids, there has to be some kind of consistency. Okay? At what stage do push-ups come in? Now, with my girls, if it's a bad attitude, it's pretty much immediate. Like, it's pretty much immediate. Like, they know not to throw attitude, especially at mommy and dad. That is not honorable. That will immediately get you push-ups. Now, other things, it's a warning, push-ups, warning, spanking. Okay? Warning, push-ups, warning, push-ups, warning, because, and Nick, why do you have a warning between the push-ups and the spanking? Because I need to set the expectation. If this happens again, we move to spankings. Do we need to move to that direction? Okay. One of the worst things you can do is spank your kid and not set the expectation on the front end. They don't even know why they're getting spanked.
Right.
All of a sudden, I got spanked by mommy and daddy. I don't even know what I did. Right? You have to set that expectation. Talk to your kids. Parents, hear me on this. Talk to your kids. If you do this again, I have to give you a spanking. Okay? And don't get me wrong, I'm a parent as well. I know how hard it is to take that deep breath and have to talk it out first. I get it. I've been there. I coach kids. Even my own kids I coach, okay? Sometimes, like yesterday was Nick coaching day. Okay? But you have to set that expectation, because if not, when you're spanking your kids, they don't understand. And when they don't understand, now maybe you've hurt something inside them, because they don't understand why mommy and daddy spanked me. Okay? So, speaking push-ups, speaking spankings. I think I'm going to write that out. I really like that. Speaking. It's funny because, a lot of times when you guys join me on the show, like, it's in my head, but now I've spoken it out, and I'm like, hey, that's actually a great setup that a lot of parents could use, because some parents like me, they believe in spankings, but we don't enjoy spanking our kids. So how do we push that out a little bit so we're not having to spank our kids, but make sure that the child knows that there is a repercussion for a bad attitude, that there's a repercussion for talking back, that there's a repercussion for not being honorable.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So one of our other challenges that we've been having with one of my kids, she's been telling us no. Like, go brush your teeth. No.
Drop.
No, okay, so I didn't do push-ups right away, but I said, excuse me, do you want to try a different way of saying that? And when I said that the first time, like in developing this new way of addressing this no issue,
Yes.
she goes, no. It's like, okay, let's
Guess we're gonna go down this road.
Yeah, let's go down this road. So yeah, Daddy stepped in. She got a spanking for that. And she brushed her teeth. But at the end of it, it was, okay, let's talk about this. Let's figure out a different route
That's good.
that we can say. So, I told the kids, if mom and dad tell you to do something, not ask, like, do you want to do this? If we tell you to do something and it's not what you want to do, you do have the option to ask me questions. Like, is there another option?
That's good.
Well, yes, there is. So the next day, Lexi, I told her we were getting ready for school, and I said, okay, it's time to go get your shoes. Go put your shoes on. And she goes, no. I said, excuse me? She goes, is there another option? I was so proud of her. I was like, actually, yes, let's go do this first. Let's go put your jacket on. And she's like, okay. And she was fine. And then she put her shoes on and she was fine.
That's
But it
good.
was just
That's
like,
good, Lindsay.
Okay, yes, we can come up with an alternative path if you don't want to put your shoes on first. Fine. I don't care. You're still
Right,
put
it's
your
a
shoes
jacket
on.
or it's shoes. No, but that's good because what you did is the focus of the no was on the shoes. So you pivoted.
Right.
You pivoted. You took the attention from here and you moved it over there, and then it went into a flow. So you want and if you can read the comments real quick, Taylor has a good one. Take it a step further and affirming who they are. Taylor, that's actually something that Amber is really good about. Amber is really good about, okay, remember, you are strong, you are brave, you can do this, you are a daughter of God, and she'll go down, right? She'll go down, right? I'm strong and courageous. She'll go down those positives, and maybe that becomes step one, and maybe this is a conversation I need to have with Amber of maybe that becomes step one. Let's try it with Amber. Taylor, that's so good. Like, start with the positive. Yep. Okay. The 5 steps, that's when you have to start moving in a negative direction. This is so good. I'm so glad we're talking about this because you're helping me rewire how we're gonna start disciplining our kids, but also anyone who's watching the show, Taylor, because you put that comment in there. Now you're getting to share some of your 1%, and I'm going to kind of broadcast this a little bit. Okay. So now start with the positive, right? Now here we go. Have the kid affirm themselves, positive affirmations over them, them speaking positive over themselves, parents speaking positive over them. And if that does not get the result that's needed, then we have to go down the 5 steps. Okay. So start with the positive. Now here we go. People are like, oh, positive. Yes. Okay. Positive does not always work. Let's just go ahead and make sure that everyone understands this. You need to have a plan, a predetermination. Here's how we're going to handle this when the positive does not work. Okay. But I guarantee you, and Amber will vouch for this, 90% of the time, the positive works. The kids want to make you happy. You're their parent. There's an innate desire there for them to be honorable to you. Okay, so start with the positive. Taylor, that was so good. Thank you for sharing that, because that's going to help not just make us better as parents, but it's going to help make the audience better as parents. And next time we have you on the show, let's actually, if you have a chance to write this down, next time we have you on the show, let's actually talk about this. And if we ever do any kind of child or parent training, this should be part of it. What is your positive reinforcement plan? And if for some reason that doesn't work, parents, you're not going to like this, but you're going to have a negative reinforcement plan. But always start with the positive, or attempt to always start with the positive. That was go ahead, Lindsay. What's on your mind?
Nope. Oh, no, it's kind of, no, it's not needed said.
Okay.
Let's switch gears. What's the next topic?
we don't have time for that. We're over. Like today was kids.
Oh, okay.
Today was kids.
Okay.
Today was kids, and this was really good. This was really good. I hope there's a parent out there that has written this down going, okay, I need to change the way and maybe you're a parent who's never spanked their kids, but now understands, okay, I need to have there actually has to be a negative response to this. But 2, maybe there's a parent that maybe spanks their kids too much, and they're going, I really don't want to spank my kids as much as I'm spanking them. And the only way you get out of both of those extremes is to have a plan.
Right.
You have to have a plan. And no one teaches you this as a parent. Like, you have to figure this out. It's not like there's a book that says you have to have a discipline plan. Or maybe there is, and no one just got me the book. So, I've had to figure this out with the people that I get to do life with, which are amazing people, right? But start with the positive. And maybe, and I'm going to have to research this a little bit further, maybe there's 2 or 3 steps within the positive. Okay, so what are going to be your affirmations to your child, and what affirmations are you going to have your child repeat back to you? going to say it one more time because someone needs to write this down. What affirmations are you telling to your child? This is very important. And what affirmations are they repeating back to you? Okay? And when you're doing this with your child, watch their eyes. When you're doing this with your child, watch their eyes. Watch them start to get the buy-in. Watch them start to believe in themselves. Watch them as they take part of your positive, part of your confidence, and they start to just they start to take ownership of this.
I think a lot of times when I am frustrated with my kids and they're not cooperating, it's because I feel like when I'm in a time crunch. And it's so hard to, in that moment, to as the adult and the parent, to pause and go through that training, because that's what you're doing with them when you do this, is that you're training them how to process through this and come out on the positive side of the situation.
Training, teaching, coaching,
All of
enter
it.
in whatever word resonates with you.
Yes.
Keep going. That's good.
So as much as like when I look back on situations, I'm like, oh, man, Lindsay, you could have handled that better. Like you could have done that differently.
Oh, absolutely.
It's in those moments. It's always when I'm like, we got to go right now. And in that moment, I am putting whatever expectation the world has on me above my kid and the development of my kid.
Okay, you're done. You can mic drop and walk away. That was good.
Mean,
but how many times do
really.
we do that? Okay, so are you ready?
I do it more often than not. Yeah.
Are you ready? So it's because Amber and I were having this conversation yesterday. And what I figured out is I need to have an extra 15-minute buffer for whatever it is so they can be kids. And maybe your kid's like, I don't need a 15-minute buffer. I need a 30-minute buffer.
Yeah.
Right? But I've consciously put that into my plan now. We need to leave at 5 o'clock. Everything needs to be done. And you want to, just to make sure there's an extra 15 to 30-minute buffer so they can be kids. Right? We're so used to running on adult time that we forget, hey, kids, you ready for this? Kids just want to have fun.
Isn't that a song? Oh, wait, maybe it's girls just want to have fun. I mean, we could totally change that word.
But seriously, kids just want to have fun. They want to pick up, but they want to have fun their way. They want to pick up their way. Is it going to happen in the 5 minutes that we want it to happen in? No. It's going to take 30 minutes. And that's okay if you allocate the time for that. They don't need to understand the demands of the world. That's your, Lindsay, I'm not trying to hop on. I'm not trying to call you out here, okay? It is your responsibility as the parent to make sure they don't experience that.
Right.
It is your responsibility as the parent to make sure that they get to be a kid as long as possible. Because you remember the day, do you remember the day that you went from kid to teenager? Do you remember the day that you went from teenager to adult? Do you remember the day that you went from adult to, oh my goodness, what can I please be a kid again? Okay. Do you remember what it was like to go to a playground and have no stress?
No.
Seriously.
I don't.
You know? And here we go. Do you remember what it was like to have no stress when riding a bike made you absolutely excited, when riding a scooter made you excited? Do you remember when you used to, and see, here we go, right? Boys, I had two other younger brothers. We used to get sticks and pretend they were guns and play army in the neighborhood. That was the extent of our stress, was playing in the neighborhood. Oh, here we go. You ready? Ready? Boys and girls will know this. Do you remember when you used to play in the street and you'd have the car look out? Like, that was the most stressful thing, was watching out for our car to make sure all the kids could get out of the road so the car could pass through. Like, you have to remember, as an adult right now, your stress level's here. And the kids should never see it. And I am, Amber, I know I am horrible at this. This is something that Nick needs to work on, is making sure that the kids don't need to understand the stress level.
Yeah.
They need to understand, my kids are 6 and 3. They're going to need to understand no stress level. There's not even homework yet. Okay? No stress level. They need to have fun. And it's our job, it's our responsibility as parents to pour into them as much love, as much positive as we can, and make sure they are strong. Now, here we go, right? I'm going to tell you a story real quick. Yesterday, my girls were throwing a lot of attitude. There was a lot of tears. You know what we did? We ran. They ran laps. And I don't know if you could hear me from the outside, but Nick went into coach mode, and we ran. I am not going to raise weak kids. They are going to be strong. Now, is there a time and a place to cry? Absolutely. There's a time and a place for that. But if there's not, if you're making bad decisions, guess what? We're going to do some running. We're going to do some push-ups. We're going to work out this negativity. We're going to get strong so we can get positive. We're going to get positive so we can get strong.
That's really good, Ryan. I like that. Getting older is inevitable. Growing up is optional.
Man, Ryan, I'll drop it. Do you know that Ryan has like some certificate with like, oh my goodness, who's that like everyone strives to be a coach with this.
John Maxwell?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Like Ryan has
I've actually never met Ryan.
Oh, you're missing out. He's pretty cool.
Apparently.
Hey, Ryan, can you please come to Mighty Men like on Saturday morning one day, brother? Come with Nolan.
I won't be there.
Well, no, because normally when Nolan goes to Mighty Men, he then comes over to our house.
Oh, okay.
Afterwards,
I can meet you there.
and then Dustin's there and y'all there, and now that the weather's nice, where the kids are going to be playing, and he can come hang out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like he's like all certified and whatnot, and all the John Maxwell program.
That's awesome.
Very intelligent gentleman. Very intelligent. All right, guys, we are way over on time. Holy Batman.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys took some notes from this. Hopefully you guys got something from this. Hey, listen, if you have some extra knowledge or something else that you think would help parents, and you're like, Nick, I really wasn't comfortable putting it into the comments, message me. Okay? Or if you're like, Nick, I would love to talk about this further, but can we do it on the show? Message me. We'd love to have you as a guest on here to have these kinds of conversations. Parents need this. Mm-hmm. And parents need to understand that, hey, guess what? I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We're all learning through this process.
Yep.
Okay? So thank you guys for being in the comments. Thank you guys for liking the video. That's how we know that you guys are here. That's also what allows us to love on you and pray for you. Okay? And we want to pray for you. We want to love on you. But guess what? We also want prayers back. Okay? It's a two-way street. I kind of have a thing going here. No?
Way to be greedy. You do not have to.
I am going to be greedy. Mm-hmm. I need their prayers. Mm-hmm. I need some blessings in my life. I do. And it says 2 or more gathered. Mm-hmm. Okay? So absolutely, I want to pray for them. I want to pray blessings and success over them, but I also want it back as well. And here's why. It's not being greedy, okay? It allows them to bless someone. And maybe some people here don't have someone to pray for. Well, guess what? If you're uncomfortable praying for people, then be uncomfortable praying for me. Why not? Start with someone that you've met on Facebook, seen on Facebook, or heard on the podcast, and go, you want to know what? I'm not used to praying for someone, but this Nick guy, yeah, he sounds like he needs some prayers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's greatness. Thank you, Lindsay. I needed that. I needed that last bit of laughter at the end of the day. Where are you on your big 3? Where are you? Hopefully you got 2, or you're going to get number 2 done today. It is Tuesday, 2 on Tuesday. Did we get the big 3 post out?
No, I actually just wrote it down on my thing.
Okay, so we're going to get the post out today.
I did not do that.
I'm going to make sure to get mine in there. Make sure you get yours in there so we can celebrate with you. We were so close. We missed our mark by how far?
Oh, $800.
Oh, we missed it by $800?
$800.
$800. So close.
$800, yep.
Man, I was so looking forward to it. And I saw the report and I was like, I cannot go get my Scooters, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, large, 4 shots of espresso, amazingness.
Make sure you get that on Saturday.
I do that. Yes, absolutely.
Are not stuck in this tiny little office.
No, I do it on Saturdays. That's my reward. It's my reward if I get it. Missed it so close, man. All right, you want to know it? We're gonna get it. And when I do, I'm gonna take a big picture. Like I got my big 3, and here's my cup. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. So thank you guys for tuning in. Know that we love you guys. It's Tuesday. Let's get to it. Let's just bring your greatness today. Bring your greatness today. The world needs your greatness. This world needs your positive. So make sure to bring it. Make sure that you
rise up.
Crush it.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.